Hey y'all, what it do? This is definitely a different kind of video that I'm doing. I want to start a series on my Instagram, just doing like little girl talks, little, talks, because I am on this journey, this spiritual journey right now. I'm definitely enjoying it. I'm loving it. I'm very, very much happy in all of the healing that I've done, all of the progress that I've made. And if I can make content for people that I know are going through stuff, if I can make stuff for them to kind of like give insight on things, I think that that's a good thing. So why not be a little vulnerable and start a little something. So today we're going to be talking about what detachment is, why detachment is so difficult, and what can you do to what are the steps that you can take to detach yourself from these things. I love me some chamomile tea and green tea. I love me some tea. I don't know. So in order to understand why detaching yourself from something is so difficult, you have to understand what detachment is. Detachment is literally the letting go of a strong hold on anything. This is a difficult concept now in age, because people, when they hear detachment, they hear a lot of negative connotations to it, and that's not always the case. There are some attachment, like things you can be attached to that aren't so unhealthy, but there's also those things that people attach themselves to that are very, very unhealthy for them, and they don't realize how unhealthy that is. People have such a negative connotation to it, and it's like, when you hear detachment, it's like you're just completely detached from the world. You're just not connected with anything around you. And that's not always the case. And people have a hard time understanding that and believing that. And it's like, it's not what you think. It's not what you think. We as human beings, a lot of the time, have these voids in us. A lot of us have certain issues that we go through life not addressing. And by doing that, we allow space for certain energies and certain people to come in and fill those certain voids that were kept in the shadows for a long time, those certain voids that we ended up growing into. We look outside ourselves to fill these voids that are inside of ourselves. Sheesh! Let me go get some tea, because y'all ain't ready for this motherfucking conversation. This is where that emotional attachment ends up coming in. And many of us right now, a lot of us are realizing that it is very much a part of our journeys. Like, a lot of us are going through this spiritual journey right now, and I honestly feel that within our spiritual journey, or with whatever type of journey you're in, whether that's a healing journey, spiritual journey, and just growth in general, I think a lot of people are starting to realize that, like, emotional attachment can be very, very unhealthy. It doesn't have to always be unhealthy, but there are certain levels of emotional attachment to something that can become unhealthy, and people are starting to realize that. So the question I have for you today, hear me out, sis. All right. The question that I have for you today, what is that thing that is missing within yourself that you keep looking for in other people or other things or other beings, whatever is out there? What is that thing that you are missing inside of you that has affected you growing up, that has affected how you feel towards something, that has brought you to a point where you're looking to fill this void within something else? I think a lot of the time it's just human nature to think, I don't have this, so let me go find it in something else. And a lot of us do have to sit back, and we do have to realize, like, okay, I've been missing something my whole life. Like, for me, it's always been, recently I've felt a void because I'm not close to my family. It's a lot to get into, but I don't have the same relationship with my family as I did growing up. You grow older, you start realizing like what is not okay. You start setting boundaries for yourself. And, a lot of people start showing their true colors, and that's just how life is. But for me, it's been that void of just feeling alone, like feeling I don't have anybody, because I never had that many friends. And, that wasn't a problem. But when it came down to like family, it felt like things hit a little harder for me. And it is hard to talk about that, and I do eventually want to make a video on that, but for me, I'm just giving an example. For me, it's just really been filling that void of that family feeling, filling that void of just the feeling of being alone. That has damaged me through, you know, the last few years of my life. This kind of thing can go for relationships, like with your lover, relationships with your family. It can go for even situations like financial situations. It's just basically the things that you're heavily attached to and just always chasing, and it's something that you've created on a deeper level. Stay with me now, because now I'm about to get into examples, okay? Stay with me. Say you're hungry, right? You're hungry because you have this void in your stomach. You have this void in your stomach, and what do you do to please that void? Look for an outside source, food, to go ahead and fill that hunger. Emotional hunger. What are the things that you're needing to feed yourself, to provide for yourself? I know a lot of people who do have those, you know, attachment to things, and I feel like this will help a lot of people. When we look at how to let go of longing for something in order to be okay, in order to be happy, if we learn how to fill those voids first before we allow other people and other outside energies to fill it for us, then that's when it becomes a lot easier to trust in the universe and trust in everything around you and realize everything is going to be okay. When you lack in something, what necessarily are you missing? What vibrations are you putting out to the universe? Lack, right? You're putting out lack, emptiness. When you walk around with just voids, you attract voids. Everything that you give off, you attract. So in order to fix that, we really need to breathe and try to realize and really sit there. Even journal about it is amazing to do. Doing shadow work is it's very helpful to just realize where those very strong desires come from. You know what I mean? It's discovering where our need of attaching ourselves to something really comes from. So for me, I know that with the situation, I recently had a situation with my family to where things were exposed about, you know, emotions and stuff like that. I'm not going to share too much, but you know, certain things were exposed. Certain things came to light on what was being said about me and what was being said just in general, like just a whole lot of feelings, a whole lot of shit. And it's something that really did do a lot of damage, but also just realizing that that's the reason why I've been searching for, you know, the things I've been searching for. A lot of my past traumas, a lot of the things I've grown up with, which people in my family will probably never understand. A lot of the things that I went through, it's stuff that affects me now. I felt a lot of emotions growing up, and a lot of the things that I had going on recently are the reasons why I move the way that I do now, why I'm very to myself, because I've had a lot of people turn against me. And just learning how to you know, do shadow work and learning how to take care of yourself, learning how to be there for yourself is probably the best thing, and the best thing to learn when it comes to detaching yourself. So a lot of the cases, it's very difficult, but it's not impossible. I hope this video gave you guys some insight on why why this part of your healing process is so difficult. I hope this helped somebody. I hope that this conversation pretty much resonates to people, and I do want to do more series like this, like more talks like this on my Instagram. And yeah, just let me know how you guys like it. And this is very new to me. I'm being very vulnerable. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and put those post notifications on, because baby, the new year is coming up. We got videos coming up left and right, and I'm very excited for what's coming. So just letting you guys know, anything that you're dealing with, you can overcome anything that is going on in anybody's life. You guys are beautiful. You guys are amazing. You guys are loved. You guys, if somebody didn't tell you that they love you today, I'm telling you that I love you. Yeah.